ones anymore?
No, they were Season of Undying, I think.
They look
Yeah.
so good.
Oh,
That's the one
season
season I
ones.
didn't play.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
alright.
you're in
It's not quite the
Cartographer. No, I
Solstice
could
Summer.
probably buy that off the store actually. But, you know, poor life.
Really know this. Out of all of the seasonal ones, Season of Dawn were the best.
Uh,
Anyway, I still need to save up another 4k bright dust for the
I don't understand what you all spend your bright dust on, man. I've got 16,000 just chilling, and I bought
Well,
the ornament.
I don't do a lot of weekly bounties.
Weird flex, but
and
alright.
I buy a lot of shit.
See, I just don't spend bright dust at all. I save it up for when there's actually something good on the store.
What do you mean something good?
Well, I mean, you probably just buy the first shader you see and think, "Oh,
No.
that's cool."
The only shader I've actually bought off of the Eververse store is the Jack Arena.
The blue paint one.
Yeah, I've got it on every gun.
I mean, the way I think is I look at something and I think, am I ever going to use that? So I've never bought a Sparrow from Eververse apart from the Mini Sparrow because I'm never going to use it over the Mini Sparrow.
Yeah.
And I'm very careful with what emotes I buy because like I'm just never going to use them.
Like I don't buy Sparrows just because I've got the Scourge one and it's just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Mm.
switched over to Scourge again there.
And the only reason you should buy a Ghost if it has great stats, like the $20 one that was for charity. That was a great Ghost. It had guiding light and speed beam.
Good morning, Proper.
And
How's
so
it
is the
going, man?
cowboy one.
I don't know. I mean, if you're using the Rock Armory Sparrow, then yeah, you do want Speed Demon, but I just see it as a wasted perk for like a lot of people who always have instant summon.
Well,
What does
it
Speed
depends
Demon
on
do
what
again?
you're doing. Speed
Instant
Demon just
summon.
makes it so you have instant Sparrow thing.
Oh, okay. Alright, here we are.
Depends, because if you're doing Scourge, then you definitely want Speed Demon.
Alright, so just checking, it's just Dobby and Chunk that I'm sharpening in this one, right? Dobby, you haven't done it before, have you?
I've got through like most of the encounters, but no, I haven't done.
Oh,
like,
oh, that's fine
convention-
then.
What's it called?
Yeah.
Calus. I haven't done Calus.
Yeah, it's pretty easy until we get to Calus, so I'm sure we'll be okay. Right, so just before we head in then, I think this is more for Chunk than anyone else. I'll just quickly talk weapons and what we're going to be using. As you haven't done Leviathan 4, don't worry, it's not like so difficult that you should be scared. It's just basically there's normal Leviathan, which has all the raid encounters, and Prestige Leviathan just adds tiny small things extra that you just need to know, so it'll be fine. So weapons wise, there are 4 main encounters if you didn't know. The first 3 are just general smaller ag clear ones. One of them does have a small kind of boss enemy that you need to kill, but I'll get to that when we get there. The final encounter obviously is our boss fight. For the first 3, I would suggest just bringing along any weapons. It doesn't really matter. Having a sword with the perk Whirlwind Blade is going to be great. So if you have Falling Guillotine, then just, take that. That's one of the best swords in the game, if not the best. Xenophage is another great exotic. It's just an explosive weapon that's going to be really helpful, or whatever. It doesn't really matter if you don't have it. When we get to Calus, we will be using DPS weapons to obviously kill the boss. And I always go over my top 3 and say that Whisper with Catalyst is the best weapon to use, then Xenophage if you don't have the Catalyst, and then normal Whisper if you don't have Xenophage. So make sure you have one of those with you. If you don't have Xenophage or Whisper, that's totally fine. We can talk about that once we get to Calus, but for now, just make sure you have some good ag clear weapons on, so like, pulse rifles, auto rifles, shotguns, all sorts of stuff like that. And I'm sure we'll be good. This raid's easier than it sounds, so we'll hop right in and we'll go get this one done.
Do you know the order of the encounters this week?
Nope, I can go check though. Let me have a
How dare you not know the ins and outs of every single Destiny
So
mechanic?
unprofessional.
I know,
And
disgusting.
disgusting behaviour.
I'm reporting you.
Pathetic.
Oh, thanks. Well, report me to the mods of r slash
I'm
Destiny
deleting
Sherpa,
my
yeah?
comment on that Reddit post. Saying I'm the best Sherpa.
Oh, that really hurts, man. Don't say that.
Did he get to 1, like the highest one at all?
Oh, it is the highest one,
It is
yes.
the highest. Yeah, me and Jay were
Not
looking
not
at
to
it.
brag, not to brag.
You're
Not to
allowed to brag.
but I mean, Mixer did give me platinum.
It's called
Yeah.
Michael's Gauntlet Buffs and Dogs.
Okay,
Gauntlet
cool. Thank you.
first. Oh,
Yeah.
yay. Whip out your anarchy. Oh, wait, no, that's menagerie, isn't it?
Oh Jesus.
Don't bother me.
It was just remembering how much pain should go through to get anarchy.
Oh. I mean, it's a fun raid.
It's
No,
not.
you've gotta do it like
It's
40
my
times,
least
though.
favourite raid. I hate it.
I love it.
I hate
When-
Scourge.
After I got Anarchy, I said I would never do another Scourge, but I have fun grinding it out. It's so fun.
Disgusting behaviour. Scourge is like my least favourite.
Scourge is your least favorite raid?
Your
Yeah.
favourite raid is for Hunter of Worlds.
My favourite raid is between Crown of Sorrow and Last Wish. But
Oh.
okay.
Crown of Sorrow.
Yeah, even though it's
First
difficult, it's so
encounter
fun.
takes like 15 minutes.
It's fucking easy.
It's easy, but it's just long.
I like it. That's probably one of my favorite. What's your favorite D1 raid?
King's
Uh,
Fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, King's Fall is the only one I finished to completion because I have no friends.
Aw.
Oh, do you solo Kingfall?
Huh? No, not solo.
Joking.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I
they'll all,
soloed
they'll
King.
all probably come
Yeah.
back around, won't they? Hopefully. Fingers
To be honest,
crossed.
I probably could have just soloed Crota.
Yeah, you can do. There was a. It wasn't Triumphs back then, was it? It was.
Moments of Triumph.
No. What was it called? Grimoire?
Oh, Grimoire cards.
Yeah, Grimoire card.
Yeah, proper. Yeah, Crown is only good when you actually have people who know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's really
That's
fun.
like
Unless you're a Swift
every
Trapper.
raid though. In Leviathan, it's really fun if you have people that know.
Ah, Leviathan's easy.
Gauntlet is one of my. Yeah, I know, but there's still people that don't know how to do it, and you wipe on Gauntlet like 30 times. But
Yeah,
Gauntlet's
that's
one of my
LFG
favourite
teams though, isn't it?
encounters
LFG is just a whole different world of people.
ever. This
LFG
isn't
shite.
LFG. This is an LFG.
This is an LG.
It's not an LFG.
Okay, but are you old enough to remember the original Destiny LFG that was messaging all
Oh.
your recent friends and all your recent players and friends
'cause I
asking if they
That
want to do
was
a
so fun.
Nightfall? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
Oh, Bobs, what you doing, man? You're slacking.
Speedrun.
There goes the flawless raid, man.
There
Oh,
goes
the classic,
Petra's.
the classic.
There goes Petra's.
We still need to do the flawless crown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I reckon
And the
it's doable.
flawless Last Wish, but you know.
Right.
Down at the bottom.
So if you come over this way, Chonk. In this big area, it's called the Castellum, and basically it's kind of like a hub area between each encounter in the raid. What we need to do is we just need to unlock the door to the first encounter. So over here is where we're going to be unlocking this door, this kind of big door here. What we need to do is we just need to deposit 3 keys, and that's that. So the plate here is going to show us where to go. We're just going to go find the key and bring it back. So you can come with me, Chonk, and we will go find that key. So it's telling us to go to Sun first. So if you follow me over this way, we're going to go up here and go find our first key.
God, I haven't played Destiny properly in a while.
Been on Saints Row.
No, I've just been. I don't know what have I been doing. I don't actually know what I've been doing.
Dead by Daylight.
I've been on like yeah, that's it.
Ah.
Yeah, we'll have to set up a flawless crown proper.
You see that epic sword hit?
Alright, so now we're going to take this key. Now you can take it, Chunk. And we'll take it back all the way to the plate and then go and deposit. The rest of the team, they're just defending that plate. So once we deposit that first key, they're going to try and make sure that the key doesn't get stolen by some cabal. So we don't really have to worry about that for now. We're just going to go run and grab the other ones. Right, so we need to go to Cup. So Cup is going to be over this way. We've got to go up.
actually no, I have played Destiny this week because I was doing fucking Solstice shit.
I've finished my solstice set. with all
I
my-
have not because I
That means I also got
can't
MMX
sit
from the
for
season
another.
5
I can't
I need
sit
3 more wins.
for another 10 hours doing fucking grindy shit. I'm really.
I missed like 4 days of solstice so far, and I've still done my first set. You're just lacking.
Alright, man.
I mean, we
come
did
here
our
to
10
be
Gambit
attacked.
matches and then we just stopped
Oh,
playing
the
for a bit.
Gambit matches are, like, so tiring.
Damn, it's just fucking awful.
I used to really enjoy Gambit.
Like, I got a team of 4 to deliberately throw and lose, and it still took like 3 hours.
Yeah, because teams just don't win, do they? They just
Yeah,
kind of.
they take so long, and they invade every possible chance, even though we have 0 and we're emoting. I invaded, emoted
Right, our final
on,
key's
like, a
just
big
back up here.
box, for the high five thing. And thinking, this guy kills me with Xenophage and teabags me. Like, come on, you're just pathetic. So I invaded and got an army of 1.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, I want to try and get all 3 armor sets done because I always get all 3 armor sets done, but just not right now. I can't be
Well,
fucking bothered.
You still get the
This is my
buff though, don't
first
you?
time in
Yeah.
Solstice that I'm actually here for like 3 weeks.
I mean, it's alright. It gets so much easier just once you get that first
Yeah,
character
yeah, I
done.
know.
Like,
So you're telling me
Fine,
you go
fine.
on holiday? That could not be me.
Alright, we're coming back with the last key, guys.
Haze with a warlock.
Remember when you could
Tried
get
to
more
land.
than 1 exotic per week
Mm.
in this raid?
Alright, off we go. Well done.
Remember when this raid was actually difficult?
Oh, I got
shit,
an
never mind.
exotic.
I actually got a laugh. Oh, it's a
This raid's
Yeah,
never
one
been
laugh.
difficult.
no, it wasn't difficult, but it was fun to grind it for the exotics when they introduced medicine.
Oh, I never did that.
No, neither did I.
I didn't
we get
even
them
get like a
through
good
Oh,
the
well,
exotic.
you
intended
just kept doing
means.
dogs.
I did get a lot of shit from the pneumonic engrams though.
Oh man, I'm just full of them. I wish I could just stop getting them now.
What do you mean?
Wait, mnemonic, sorry. I thought you said umbral. I know you didn't, but I was.
You just
Oh.
I thought you were going to me.
I
Fucking
don't.
clunk.
I just
Clunk.
shoulder charged. It's just how this works. Oh, that's annoying.
Oh,
I killed the wrong person because I need to Sherpa Dobby, so. Look where you are, man.
Where am
1,
I?
2, 3, 4. Yeah, you just didn't go up on the elevator. Alright, let's quickly go
I'd kill
die.
myself, but
Fuck you,
I don't have
bitch.
any oh.
Right, so just while we're wiping, I'll quickly go over what weapons we're going to be using. Now the first thing that I'm going to suggest is that you use some sort of constant fire weapon. So a
Marcus
pulse
Retribution.
rifle or a auto rifle or a fast fire scout rifle is going to be really helpful here. And I would say just make sure you have one of those on. It really helps. I'm going to be running Randy's throwing knife. You might not have that. So any sort of pulse rifle is probably going to be the best option, or an auto rifle, like I said. You'll just want some AgClear weapons too. I like running swords and that, so whatever you prefer, just put that on, and I'm sure we'll be alright. Supers, it doesn't matter as well. Just get on some AgClear supers that you like, and you'll be okay.
No, run well.
Just one more.
I'm not joking.
Jess, you need all the help you can get. You can't solo enemies.
Fuck you, man.
Oh.
Hang on, I can't solo enemies on Xbox.
Right, and for those of you who need the Sherpa, just come over to Hambiz so I know you're ready, and I'll take you through this first encounter.
I remember how to do this one, so it's just gonna be chunk.
Okay, cool. Right, Chunk. So this encounter is going to be totally new to you. You're going to probably have no idea how to do this one, so I'll take it from the very beginning. This is the harder one of the first 3 encounters, so if we can get through this one, then the rest of them will be very, very simple. So the first thing I'm going to go over are the symbols. There are 4 symbols in this room that you'll just have to quickly learn, and just a heads up guys, if you die we lose out on revive tokens, so I'm just going to quickly go and wipe again.
That was Jess's fault.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is the one raid, or actually, well, it's
Wait,
the 3
who was
raids
that?
that you just don't kill
Oh,
each
that was
other in.
Jonah.
My menu, and I'm dead.
And someone got. a
Yeah, I
dou-
love how we see. I
double
love how
kill.
we see the J and we instantly
No.
assume it's me.
No. It's because I thought I was pushing
He's
Jonah
fucking
off,
Jesus
so I was
dying.
Christ.
pushing Bob's off, and then
You
Jonah
can't kill
killed
me.
first.
I went to get you, but I fell in as well.
Yeah, but
Right,
you didn't
behave.
even knock off Bob.
All you got to do is
Oh,
shut up and
no.
stay still for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Fuck off.
Right, sorry about that,
Stay
Chunk.
there.
Okay, so like I said, there are 4 symbols that we're just going to have to quickly talk about. So up here, we have cup. Over to our right, we have sun. Over to our left, we have axes. And over round the other side is dogs. So there are the 4 main symbols: cup, axes, dog, and sun. Sorry. Now, we're gonna split our team into 2 groups of 3. So I'm just gonna quickly go over who's gonna be in what team. What we'll do is we will have myself, Chunk, and Jonah will be on one team, and then we will have Dobby, Jess, and Bobs on the other team. And each team of 3, we're doing the same thing, we're just starting off on a different side. So my team, so me and you, we're going to be starting off on the cup side, the other team are going to be starting off on the dog side. Now, in the gauntlet, there are 3 main jobs that you're going to have to learn. In normal mode, you would only have to learn one of them and stick to it. However, in prestige mode, the mechanic that they add in is the fact that you have to do all 3 of them. So I'll go over them from the beginning, and I'm going to start off with the runner. Now, when you're the runner's the fun job. So basically, we start off by killing ads around the room, you know, killing ads on all 4 sides. So there'll be people on cup, axes, dogs, and sun just killing enemies. And after the centurions spawn in and die, we can then get ready to start the main part of the encounter. Now, if you were the runner, what you do is when the encounter starts, that main part, you're going to run to here. And there's going to be an orb that spawns in, and you're going to pick it up. Now, picking up this orb is going to teleport you into this outer area of the gauntlet. Now, what you're going to have to do is do a few callouts. So you see in front of you here, there are this kind of grid of blue circles, a 3x3 grid. What's going to happen is when you get teleported in there, one of these blue circles is going to turn red. And what you need to do is call out which row the red circle's on. So if it's on the top row, you call out top. If it's on the middle row, you call out middle. And if it's on the bottom row, you call out bottom. Please don't die, guys. That's 2 revive tokens gone. Jonah.
I fucked up.
Yes,
No!
yes. Oh my god. Anyway, so you go in and you take a look for what row the red circle is on, and you just call out that row. Now, it's also important that you call out what symbol you're on to. You can see the symbol above those blue circles. So the way the call out goes is pretty simple. Let's pretend that I get teleported in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call out the symbol and then the row. So I'll say something like cup middle or cup bottom. So I'm just going to do that. And what that does is it kind of communicates to the other teammates on our team of 3 what to do, and then you run through the barriers because we will take the barriers down. Now, when you run through the barrier, you just need to make sure you jump through the red circle. So again, I'll just go over it one more time. You pick up the orb, teleport it in, and then you call out the symbol and then the row you see the red circle on. So something like cup top, cup middle. Now, as soon as you run through the red circle, you're going to run around to the next symbol and you do the same thing. So you'll say axes bottom or axes middle, whatever. And then you run around to the next symbol, you call out for dogs. So you say dogs middle. And then you run around to sun and you do the one for sun, so sun top. And once you've done the callouts for each symbol, you will then run towards the finish line, it will teleport you out here, and you just dunk your orb in the middle. And that's all the job is. It's a pretty fun one because you get to do a bunch of running around and callouts, so as long as you're doing the callouts fine, that's all you have to do. A little bit more context on the thing. Basically, when you teleport in, you're picking up this kind of ball that you're holding. And this ball has kind of like an explosive timer that is going to explode and kill you. And the way that you replenish this timer is by jumping through those red circles. There'll be these little orbs which make your timer go up so that your ball doesn't explode. That's all you're doing here. So you just run around, and once you're finished through the finish line, you dunk it in the middle, and that is your job done. We are about to wipe in 27 seconds, so if we just quickly jump off the map, then I'll explain the next one. Please, guys, please just let me do my Sherpa. Stop dying, or I'm going to kick all of you. But the way this encounter is going to work, Chunk, is that we're going to rotate between each job. So I did say that there are 3 main jobs, and there are 3 rounds for this encounter. So each round you're going to be doing a different job. If we just say that you start off with the runner job, then we'll keep it like that. As soon as we spawn in, I'll talk about the next one. So we'll head back over to the cup side. Now the other 2 jobs are going to be for those of us who are on the outside. So there is a plate duty and a punch duty. So first of all, I'm going to go over the plate duty. Now these ones are a little bit more simple, but they need to make sure that they are correct, otherwise they can kind of make the team wipe. So I'll talk about the plate first. So when it's your turn to become the plate person, when the encounter begins and the runner goes and grabs his orb, what you're going to do is you're going to jump on top of the plate. Now at the moment the plate's down, but when the encounter begins, the plates will actually be risen up, just like that plate over there on Sun. What you're going to do is you're going to jump on this plate, and what jumping on the plate does is it shows the red circle to the runner. So this allows the runner to see which row the red circle's on. Now what you need to do on the outside is you need to do a bit of shooting. And this is where it gets a little bit more tricky. In front of us here, there are these 3 triangles. And what we need to do is we need to shoot the correct triangles based on what the runner tells us. Now I told you already that the runner's going to call out a row. So they might say cup middle, cup bottom. And what they're doing is they're calling out the row which you do not shoot. So if they call out cup middle, what you need to make sure that you do is do not shoot middle, one of us shoots top and one of us shoots bottom, and then that takes down the barrier. Again, if they called out cup bottom, that means we don't shoot bottom, we shoot middle and top. The way we usually do it is a pretty simple system. We have the person on the plate always aiming for the highest triangle available, and the person not on the plate, so below the plate, aiming for the lowest triangle available. So if I just give you an example, let's pretend you're on the plate. If the call out is cup middle, that means you on the plate would shoot the top, and myself on the punch duty would be shooting the bottom. Now it gets a little bit more confusing when they call out top or bottom. So if I give cup top as an example, as you're on the plate, you're going for the highest triangle available. Yep, you shoot middle. Now, again, if you're below the plate, so if you're doing the other job and they call out cup bottom, as you can't shoot bottom, the lowest one available is middle. So you just got to kind of work out which is the lowest one. So that doesn't mean you always shoot bottom if you're shooting the lowest one. It just means whatever the lowest triangle available is, you do that. So once you kind of get it, it's very easy to kind of keep doing it. Now let's just go back to the plate duty. So all you do is you jump on the plate, you listen for the runner's call out. So for example, cup middle, you shoot the correct triangle, and as soon as it goes green or red, that green means it's correct, red means it's wrong, but as soon as it changes color, you just rotate straight to the next plate. The team of 2 on the outside of the map are basically always going to be running with their runner just on the inside of the map. So all you do is you jump to the next plate and listen out for the call out again. So we might get axis top, so you would shoot the next one available. Then you run around to dogs, shoot the triangle, run around to sun, shoot the triangle. And that's what you're doing. Now in prestige mode, there is one slight extra thing you have to do as a plate duty, and this is where your kind of auto rifle is going to come in extra handy. Basically, when you rotate, there is going to be this floating scion that spawned in that you just need to kill. So as soon as you rotate, so let's pretend you shoot the thing, you rotate to axes, all you need to do is look back and shoot the floating scion. Now the floating scion might be anywhere around cup side or whatever side you're rotating from, so just find it, shoot it and kill it. Now this floating scion is very dangerous because if you don't kill it, it wipes the team. So when it's your turn to become the plate person, you rotate, look back, shoot your scion, and then you carry on with your job. And that's all you're doing on the plate duty. Now the punch duty is a little bit more simpler. It's basically the same thing, you're just doing a different thing at the end. So you're not standing on the plate, you're standing below the plate, which means you are the person who is shooting the lowest triangle available. So if we get something like cup bottom, that means you'd be shooting middle. Now as soon as it goes green or red, what's going to happen is once the runner runs through the red circle, a scion in a protective bubble is going to spawn in directly below the triangles, and it's your job to punch the scion. And once you've punched the scion, you then rotate, and that's all you're doing. So if you're on the plate, You shoot your triangle, rotate, look back, and shoot the floating scion. And if you're below the plate, you shoot the triangle and wait, and then punch the bubble scion. So they're very similar jobs, just depending on what one you're doing, you have to kill a different enemy. Now, one problem that you might face if you're doing the punching duty is that you might be a little bit late going over to the side because you have to wait for the scion to spawn in below the triangle. You're not going to be over at axis by the time the runner is. So what I'm going to say is when me and Jonah are rotating with you, we're just going to wait a second before we start shooting the triangles, just giving you enough time to get over if you are the punch person. But once we give it a go, it's not too bad. Obviously, me throwing all these words at you is going to be confusing, but once you learn each job, it is super easy. I just want to go over it one more time just to clarify a few things. So if you're the runner, what you're doing is you're getting the orb, you teleport in, and then you do symbol and then row. So something like cup middle, cup bottom. You jump through the red circle and continue rotating around the map until you come out and dunk it in the middle. That's the runner job. If you're on the plate, you stand on the plate, you're shooting the highest triangle available, and as soon as it changes color, you rotate as quick as you can, look back, and shoot the floating scion somewhere on that side. And then if you're the punch person, you stay below the plate, you shoot the lowest triangle available, you wait for the scion to spawn in, punch it, and then rotate. And those are the 3 jobs that you need to do. Now, I do have a system of how we rotate. It's pretty simple. I'm just going to write it out in chat, just so you get an idea. Plate. Punch. Oh my god. Dobby, go away. Plate. I can't spell. Plate. Punch. So basically, the way I usually do it is if you're on plate, after the first round, you go down 1 job. So if you were on plate, you then go to punch. If you were on punch, you then go to runner. If you were on runner, you go back up to plate. And you just keep swapping around like that. So if we start you off with the runner, on the first round, you start off as the runner. Then you go to the plate, and then you finish it off with the punch duty. Jonah, what we'll do is I'll do the punch at the beginning, you do the plate, and then we'll just rotate from there. And the other team, they can sort that out for themselves. So all you need to do, Chonk, is just do those 3 jobs. We'll give it a few goes so we can learn them, but once we get a bit of practice in, I'm sure we'll be fine. But after that, that's basically it. So as long as we're okay with shooting the triangles, the last thing I would say, it is quite confusing when you're switching between the punch job and the plate job, because you might get used to shooting the highest triangle available, but you're doing the different job after. So as long as you remember, when you're on plate, you're shooting the highest. When you're off the plate, you're shooting the lowest. Then you should be okay. But you and Jonah, you guys are going to stay here on cup to clear ads. I'm going to stay over on axes to clear ads. And then the other team, they're going to do the same over on dogs and sun. So obviously the other team are going to be doing the exact same thing while we're doing it. So you will hear 2 different call outs at the same time. So when you're on the plate or doing the punch duty, just make sure you're listening out for the symbol that we're on. So when we're at cup, we're listening out for cup, because there will be a dog call out too. So someone might say dog middle. Don't listen to that one. Obviously, listen to the cup call out. But we should just give this a go so we can get some practice in. Over on the other team, I don't know what you guys want to do, but if you talk between your team of 3 and work out who's doing what first, and then we'll give this a go.
I'll go plate first.
I'll run first.
Cool, sounds good then. Alright, whenever you're ready then. Who's not on the plate? Dobby. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so Dobby and Bob's, if you clear ads on dogs, then it looks like Jess is clearing ads on the sun plate. Right, so just clearing ads for now, guys. Just going to be normal Scions and Legionaries. Right, Centurions have spawned in, so make sure we kill those. And once you've killed your Centurion, get ready for the place where your job is going to be. Right, so you're going to grab that orb chunk. Right, we let Chunk call out first. Right, what do we have, Chunk?
Are you okay?
Yep.
Cut left. Cut
Dog
middle.
bottom.
Nice.
Top.
Sun bottom.
Middle.
Cup top.
Middle.
Axe top.
Nice, good shit, guys. So through the finish line and dunk your orb in the middle. Right, back to original sides and round 2. So remember, if you were on plate, you're becoming the punch duty. If you were punching, you're becoming the runner. And if you were the runner, you're now on plate. Now, something I haven't mentioned about this encounter is there is a final part at the end which is a little bit different. I'm not going to go over that just yet. Let's just work on getting there first. And once we do, I'll quickly explain it because it is very easy, so we don't have to worry about it for now. But just so you guys know. Alright, Centurion's up. Alright, make sure we're in positions. Alright, we've got cup top.
Dog middle.
Yeah, you rotate from. You have to shoot the side.
Yep, shoot that floating scion and then you jump on the plate. Alright, we've got axes middle. Nice.
Sun middle.
So that floating scion.
The chunk dump inside.
Right, we've got dogs bottom.
No, you go up. Yeah.
Nice. Right, floating
Cup
scion.
bottom. Cup bottom.
Right, we got sun top. Nice. Final floating scion, and that's that. Alright, easy shit, guys.
Axe is bottom.
Well done, Chunk. Okay, so final round now. So remember, if you're on plate, you're the punch. If you're on punch, you're the runner. And if you're the runner, you're now on plate.
What was our?
I fucking
Now-
hate this regular burning passion.
Don't you
man.
love it when they run through the doors while the doors are closed?
Chunk, I'll just quickly tell you about what's going to happen after we finish the final round, because on the final round, after that, there is a final mechanic to this encounter. Basically, all we're going to be doing is we're all going to run the gauntlet, and you know how that works. We're just going to be jumping through sets of orbs, and I'll explain how that works later, but it is very easy. So, let's finish this round, and then we'll get that bit done. Alright guys, make sure you're in position. So remember, Chunk, you're shooting lowest and, you know, punching the sign after.
Cup top. Cup top.
Nice.
Dog's bottom.
Yep, so just stay there, should be spawning in soon.
It's just gone back
Oh,
up.
yep. Okay, right, we're doing it again, Chunk.
Oh,
right.
done.
Sun
Bottom,
top.
bottom.
On what?
Top.
I'm not gonna make this.
Yeah, it's fine, Jenna.
Axe is middle.
Cup bottom.
Oh my god, I was right there.
That's alright, Jenna, don't worry.
Why did it reset?
I think we just shot the triangles a bit too early, that can sometimes happen.
Axe is middle.
Right, if everyone heads to middle. So all we're doing here, guys, is we're all going to pick up an orb here, and we're all going to run the gauntlet. There's going to be 4 sets of circles that we jump through. On the first and the third set of circles, my team, so me, Chonka, and Jonah are going to be picking up, and then the second and fourth, the other team will. So Chonk, you need to call out which one you're grabbing. I'm going to grab top.
I'll go left.
So Chonk grabs bottom right. So now on the second set, our team misses it,
I'll
and
get
it's
top
now the
there.
other team.
I've got bomb right.
Bottom middle.
Right, careful of the floor here, it's going to go down. Right, and now it's my team again, so I get top right.
I'll go middle.
We need 4 people to survive here, by the way.
I've got bomb right.
Middle.
Uncle, get your fucking slow ass out of the way, man.
So close.
I'm gonna die again.
I think we need one more.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Bottom.
Nay. Nice, guys. Well done. Good
Fuck
shit.
you.
Well done, Chonk, especially for the first time in
I-
Prestige on the
I
Gauntlet. That's
threw that,
amazing.
like
That's
twice.
nice.
It's alright, Jonah. Don't worry.
I'm bad.
Lion
Look at these
Rampants.
trash boots.
I got Skyburner Catalyst.
Ooh, 2 intellect, 22 strength. I'm a lucky man.
Yeah, no, well done, Chonk. You've done really well there. Don't worry, the road gets a lot easier from here on out until we get to Calus, so we can just relax at the rest of this.
I apologise for killing quite a few of you during the
That's
all
all fun and games.
As long as you one phase, you don't need it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna switch to Chaos Reach.
Well, we've got now bats.
Who uses Arc Supers?
What Chaos Reach shreds the crystals.
I don't give a shit.
Guys,
one
we're going
phase,
this
you
way,
get
Dobby. Dobby.
Oh.
We're going through the underbelly, yes. Right, over this way, guys.
Why on earth?
Because who wants to actually do the Castellum again?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it's
true.
fast.
No.
No, it is not. Just go through the fucking
It is.
underbelly.
I don't know it.
Everyone
fine.
jump in the pipes because you move so much faster. Not
Believe
downhill.
it.
Not when you're going
Crouch!
down on the slope, though.
I think it's this way, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you
Yeah.
spam jump, chonk, you can go faster.
Oh fuck.
It's like spam space.
Basically, Chunk, what we're doing here is usually what teams would do is they'd go back to the Castellum and they would do the whole key thing again, but we're just going to go through the underbelly of the Leviathan. There are kind of like these secret
then.
routes where we can just skip to the other encounters. So that's what we're doing at the moment. We're just taking the cheap paths over to the next encounter.
I
Get
don't
out the
spam
fucking
jump
way, I
really,
actually
'cause I've
hate
done it before and
Titans.
I've died.
What?
You're
Bro,
slow
more
fat
Titan-
ass.
Wait,
Titans are
I've
so
been
slow.
working out.
Say that to my shoulder charge one more time.
Titans are so slow.
Titans are actually the
Say that to my
fattest
Icarus
cunts in
dash.
existence.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck you. I'll have you know that I'm lagging, so I can't see what you're doing until after you've done it. So fuck you.
Sure.
Alright, best of luck.
How many encounters have you got on your ghost shell?
Oh, I don't put it on. Does it track when it's not on?
Michael!
Yeah.
It wasn't my fault. You're just a shit
That
warlock.
was that was your fault. My jump got cut off, and my jump wouldn't cut off for no fucking
Looks
reason,
like
was it?
Titans have got the best jump.
Is it? Is that how I made it?
Oh,
beat you
okay.
there.
So,
I made
so
it
the
work.
number on the ghost dobby tells you how many encounters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
315 it says.
Oh, that's quite good.
Yours is probably higher because you farm
No.
dogs, right? No. Oh, okay.
No, I did like 10 dog runs. Yeah.
You
Ah,
call
okay.
that farming?
Well, I probably did around 20, but still, it's not like I farmed it day and night. I did it like once
Yeah, yeah.
And I got bored. And I wanted some transversals, because right now I'm rocking collections. Gotta love the 48 stat roll.
When no one saw it, didn't
Right, so just before we rally up here, I'll quickly talk about what weapons we're going to use and all of that good stuff. Where's our rally
Ooh,
flag at?
245.
Oh, okay.
What we saying, big boys?
So one of the most important things that you need to make sure you have on in this encounter is an explosive weapon. So Xenophage is literally the best weapon for this. I see that you've got that equipped already, so that's amazing. The only other weapons you'll really need is a shotgun. That's going to really help you. A close range weapon like
Shotguns
that.
are bugged.
Well, every weapon's bugged. It's not the shotguns, it's the bathers.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
not
it
the
was
shotguns. Just keep on firing into the bathers. It's basically their health bar doesn't show how much health they actually have. So if you
Mine
shoot them with
respawned
Xenophage, they
after I
get two
killed it.
shot. Jesus. But yeah,
Yeah.
feel free to run any other weapons. A shotgun and Xenophage are going to be, the best thing for this. Now, supers, we might need a few more specific supers.
Chaos
So it'd
Rage.
be cool if we could get, Jess, you're using the well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we got a well. The rest of us can run either Agclear supers or explosive supers, so hammers, or as a hunter, Chonk, you can just run whatever you feel. Arc stuff is cool, tether's alright, doesn't really matter too much. Right, and once you're ready for an explanation, just come over this way. This one's a lot more easier than the previous one, so will be cool. Right. So in this encounter, the first thing that I'm going to talk about here is this kind of like mud on the floor. Now this mud, or this purple goop, basically damages you when you stand on it. There are going to be 5 plates, or 4 main plates around the map that we're going to have to constantly be standing on. And standing on the plates, well, the plates are in the mud, so it does damage you at the same time. Now, the only way to protect yourself from the damage of the mud is by grabbing a new buff called Psionic Protection. And to get Psionic Protection, you just jump through this white orb in the middle here. So it will constantly keep respawning in, and you can keep on grabbing it. So you'll see that it gives you 50 stacks, and now when you stand in the mud, it won't do any damage to you, but it does take the Psionic Protection away, and it will go down very, very slowly. Now, like I said, there are 4 main plates around the map that we need to be standing on. So the first thing that I'm going to do is split the team into 2 groups of 3 once again. And to keep it consistent, we'll stay in the same teams of 3. So me, you, and Jonah, we're going to be over on the left side of the map. Now, over on the left, there are 2 main plates that we need to worry about. The top one here and the bottom one over there. Now, I'll just quickly talk about how these plates work. So once the encounter actually begins, there's kind of this chain in front of us. And you see this big white thing, I just call it a bar of soap because it looks like it. When the encounter begins, the bar of soap is going to raise all the way to the top of the chain. And standing on the plate is going to slowly lower that bar of soap all the way down to where it is right now. And if we can get all 4 plates to lower their bar of soap to the very first position here, then the final part of the encounter begins, and that's basically the end of it. So it's a very simple idea here. Now, while you're standing on the plate, one thing that you need to watch out for is a bather. Now, a bather is this kind of big Cabal gladiator that is going to spawn from this pool here. Now, just be careful, don't jump into these pools because they do kill you. The bather's going to spawn in, and you just need to kill it. Now, you've got your shotgun, you've got Xenophage, and like you might have heard us saying, his health bar is a bit buggy. So if your shotgun isn't doing the job, just whip out your Xenophage and 2-shot. It is quite easy. Now, in Prestige mode, when you kill the bathers, they drop this their own kind of pool around them where they die. And if you stand in that pool, your Psionic Protection goes down very, very, very fast. And we don't want that to happen. So the best advice I can give is just try to make sure that you kill it as soon as it spawns in. I usually throw a grenade down, shoot it with whatever, and then it should die fairly quickly. Now, the main thing that we're going to be doing throughout this encounter is constantly switching with each other so that we don't run out of Psionic Protection. You might see that there is an orb here, but the orb doesn't respawn on our plates. It only spawns in again in the middle. So the way this works is pretty simple. You're going to start here on the top left plate, Jonah is going to start on the bottom left plate, and myself, I'm going to start off in the middle. The first thing that I'm going to do when the encounter starts is I'm going to come up to your plate and switch out with you. Now, when I switch out with you, what you need to do is you need to go to the middle and replenish your buff back up to 50. So you just go and grab it again. And once you've grabbed it, you then swap out with our other teammate, which is going to be Jonah. So you then go down to the bottom left plate and go and swap with him. And then he does the same exact thing. He will go to middle, pick up the buff, and go and swap out with the top plate. Then I go to middle, get the buff, swap out with the bottom plate, and we just continually swap so that we can always keep the buff going. If we forget to do that, then we're going to run out of our silent protection and we will start to die on the plate. So as long as we keep switching, it is very, very easy. Now the final part of the encounter is even easier. Once all 4 bars of soap have been lowered, there'll be this loud dinging sound. I'm going to say, okay, everyone run to the middle. What we need to do is we just need to group up. Jess is going to put down a well in the middle, and basically you kind of see these smaller bars of soap. In the actual encounter, there'll be lamps where those bars of soap are, and the lamps are going to open up, and all we do is just destroy them. Now, the reason why Xenophage is so good is because of the explosive damage. It hits all 3 of the lamps grouped up in that position. So we jump onto the middle plate, we just shoot those lamps, and we destroy them. And once all 9 of the lamps have been destroyed, because there's 3 at the front there, 3 on the left, and 3 on the right, the encounter is done. That's it. It's so simple. I'm just going to say jump right in because there's really not much else to this encounter. Usually, back in the day, you wouldn't be able to one phase the lamps and you'd have to do 2, 3 phases, whatever. But because we're so powerful, we just one phase it anyway. So we're just switching between the plates and then coming into the middle at the end and destroying the lamps. That's all we're doing here. So if we all get to our positions, we'll have Bobs and Dobby, you guys go to the top and the bottom plate on the right. Me and Jess will start off in the middle. And we'll give this one a go. Oh, and I forgot to say, basically, Chong, I'm going to give a countdown of 3, 2, 1, and that's when we all jump on the plates at the same time to start off the encounter. Right. Okay, Jess, did you grab the buff?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Right, guys. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, coming your way, Chunk. I'll quickly help you kill the bather, and then we'll switch out. Alright, off you go. So just pick up the buff and swap out with Jonah. Thank you. Alright, coming your way, Chunk. Right, whenever you're ready.
Wow, we love being laggy.
Right, guys, everyone head to the middle. Alright, we're just going to wait here on the sides and wait for Jess as well. Alright, whenever you're ready, Jess. Right, and then we go, and let's go destroy those lamps.
Yeah, with Chaos Reach you can solo 3 lamps.
That looked really cool with the Chaos Reach.
Yeah, it's solo
Yeah,
3 lamps. It's fucking ridiculous. It's just so
That is
gross.
still no excuse to be using such a shit class. Thank you.
Class? Did you just make fun of your own class?
Subclass.
Kind of like it.
No. I think you meant element.
Right, whenever you're ready, Jess.
Arc is just
Oh,
a
yeah.
dreadful element in, like, just overall.
Arc is the most useless element. Right, and off we go over this way, on to our third encounter.
The easiest encounter, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Yeah, if it couldn't get any easier than baths, it gets easier.
Like the mechanics of this raid are really good. But the problem is because it's so old and we're now so much more powerful, we just breeze through
Yeah.
everything that
No,
requires actually doing
this
damage.
raid has always been fucking easy.
Not always.
Baths used to be
Well,
quite hard.
remember when Cold Heart could one phase?
Yeah,
That
do you
was
remember like
that was
the
the
first week
easy.
within the raid came out and everyone was just one phasing with like Warcliffe and like
Yeah.
Oh
fucking
yeah, the
Cold Heart and
Wardcliff
everything.
glitch was a thing for like a good month.
900 ammo in the wall cliff. That was fun.
And also, because you know Warcliffe shoots so many, each one of those little projectiles was counted as one ammo. So if you picked up a heavy brick and then swapped to another weapon, that weapon would have more ammo than it said you
Yeah.
had in Warcliffe.
Did anyone never do the glitch where you would all jump in the fire and have someone disconnect and despawn every enemy?
I did not do that.
That was so fun. Made the Calus encounter so easy.
I didn't know there was another raid where you take out your Ethernet cable and you one phase.
Yeah.
Solo and Crota. You took his Ethernet cable, he's come to retrieve it. Oh no, that was Oryx who did it.
Right, and again, just before we rally, make sure we have the right weapons on, but this one's a breeze. All you'll need here is your sword with bow and blade, so obviously if you have the guillotine, just make sure you put that on, and that's literally all you're going to need. Super wise, it doesn't matter too much. You could go for something with a debuff, so I would say Tether or Oppressive Darkness, or you could go for the other option and go Celestial and just do a ton of damage. It's totally up to you what you want to use there, but both work, both are very good options, so... I mean, if you want to get left prism, and then I could just take chunk in the underneath area. Yeah, okay. Jess, what do you want to do? Do you want to just chill with me?
Crystal. No, I want to
Crystal?
do
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Alright, you take the right crystal then, and I'll take Bob's with me then. Alright, so just make we have the swords on, and then we should be good. So myself, Chonk, Jonah, and Bob's, we're going to be doing our job. So I'll quickly explain this one. Again, it's very simple. Well, we're just going to do as many as we need, and as soon as we feel like it, we'll then kill. So in this encounter, there are going to be these dogs that we need to kill, and that's basically the idea of this encounter. Now, these dogs are going to be roaming around this main area of the map, and it's our job to get a damage buff for the team so that we can kill them. Now, as our guardians are so powerful, we can realistically kill them with a minimal damage buff, but we're just going to do it until we feel like it, and then go and one-shot the dogs anyway. Now, this, again, is a very, very easy job. So the first thing that you're going to do is we're going to drop down in this area. Who joined? What? Anyway, we're going to drop down in this area, and there are going to be these 4 berries that we're going to pick up. We're just going to pick up 1 each. Now, these berries, we have to transport them to these special glowing flowers, and basically what happens is we take them over there. The crystal holders, which is Jess and Dobby, they're going to activate the flowers, which give us a damage buff if we're basically pollinating them with the berries. Now, every time we pollinate them with the berries, we will get 12 stacks of damage, and we can stack it up and up and up and up. And once we have enough, we will go and kill the dogs. Now, I'm going to be leading the pack because I know the route of this underneath area. We just need to make sure we're not going to trigger the dogs, because if the dogs see us, they start a wipe mechanic where we have to just jump all the way back here and start all the way from the beginning. So we need to make sure that we're being very careful and that we don't accidentally trigger the dogs. So there are a few rules that you'll need to follow. Just always make sure that you're always behind me, because I'll be showing you where to go. And especially when I'm waiting around a corner, because I could be waiting for a dog to pass by, and if you accidentally go in front of me, the dog might be there, see you, and then start the wipe mechanic. Second rule is just never sprint, because if you're sprinting, it kind of triggers the dogs and makes them kind of run around and go a bit restless, which is a bit annoying, so try not to sprint. And then the other thing is just Once we get to those flowers, make sure we all group up on the flower so that we can get the damage buff, and then we continue as normal. Now, once we've got the amount of damage stacks that we want, we then go to the dog and kill them. Now, usually in normal mode, there are only 6 dogs, so we assign 1 player to each dog and we kill them easily. In prestige mode, the change is that there are 2 extra dogs. So not only does this mean we have to kill 2 extra ones, the route where we have to walk around to make sure we don't trigger the dog changes, just a kind of context there to this encounter. So I'm going to assign you to a certain dog, and then that's where you're going to go to kill it. Now, the callouts that we use are R1, R2, R3 in caves, L1, L2, L3 in trees. Those are kind of the areas where the dogs are going to be. I'm going to have you get the R1 dog, so right one. Basically, R1 is going to be here, so right by where we were originally. So if you do get lost in the underneath area, the best way to look for it is look for the big calus statue, and it's just to his right underneath. What's going to happen is once we go to DPS phase, there'll be a dog here that you just kill very easily. Now again, the rest of us, we're going to be all killing the dogs as well. So on the right side, I'm going to get R2 and Jess is going to get R3. And then over on the left side, we'll have Dobby get L1, we'll have Jonah get trees, and we'll have... oh wait, sorry, Dobby's the crystal holder, my bad. Dobby's getting L3, we've got Jonah getting L1, and Bob's getting trees. Now, there are the 2 extra dogs on the right side and the left side, and what I call these are the kind of community dogs. What that means is once you've killed your own dog, you help kill the community dog. Basically, the whole of right side has Cave's dog, which we all need to help with once you've killed your own one. So once you've killed R1, come over to Cave's and just kill that here. That's the same with the left side. So over on the left side, once they've killed their own dog, they're going to go over to L2 and kill their community dog too. This is a really simple encounter. We're going to get this done very quickly. So as soon as you get the damage buffs, we'll run over to the dog, kill it, and then we shall be done. So we'll get ready to go, and we'll get this one over and done with.
Just fuck up. You can move your prison, Jess. Go over to where you want to start.
Oh, I don't give a shit, man. I'll just jump over a minute.
Are you laughing at the sneaky beaky like?
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay,
one,
so,
two.
alright, cool. Make sure we all grab a berry here. Alright, we're going to head over to R1 first, so just make sure we're being very careful. Remember, no sprinting, so just slowly, slowly. Alright, over to the flower. Nice. And L2 you said, right?
Wait a minute. The beast handler evaded me.
Alright, you guys stay here. I'm just going to check where the dog is. Alright, he's turning. Alright, we can go. Follow.
Oh, that dog's turning around. Oh, you're going through trees. Sorry, my bad.
Alright, we're going to go down this way. Ah, that one's to the right of us. Probably might get us. Ah, no, we're okay. Alright, what do we have next?
L3.
L3. What about on the right side?
R2.
Just run around that corner.
R2, cool. Alright, just going to wait here and get L3. Alright. Alright, heading over to R2.
Oh, that's what the dog's challenge is. Just get it with 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that easily.
I'm actually not doing the dogs challenge in year 1.
What? No, I've done the challenge.
Oh.
I just can't remember what any of the challenges are.
Right, 48 stacks is definitely enough. We're probably going to one-shot the dog with a pistol. So if we all
Okay,
head over to where our dogs are, and we're going to go and kill them.
Yeah, the next one's trees. Just call it out.
Right, community dog on the right side is down.
What's the dog
This is
on?
just bullying these dogs.
Community on there.
L2.
L1?
Oh my
shit,
god.
No one
I went,
touched
I went,
L1.
I went to L2 by mistake.
Oh, Jonah.
Don't worry.
Killed it.
It's easy. We're onto the
Nice, good
box.
shit, guys.
Bro, you literally don't even have to use a sword if you just run
Yeah.
top
No
tree
good one.
void. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I fell in the
Yeah,
thing.
no, I did that.
Look at the fireworks.
Yeah, I always do it.
Yeah, if you run Contraverse holds, you nade, you nova, you nade again if you only have like 12.
You don't need another nade.
Well, that's if you have 12. We have 48.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. 40.
Right, and we're already on to the final boss. Really good speed, guys.
I wonder if they actually have got to a point, someone, where you can one-shot them.
I mean, probably with Celestial.
You can probably
Oh
do
yeah, obviously.
Fire and hammer as
One
well.
shot Celestial would probably 48.
Yeah, Peregrine Greaves melting point probably would one-shot at a good amount.
Yeah, imagine fucking one-shotting with one recluse bullet.
That'd just be an insult
Or
at that
with
point.
a war mine cell. That's actually possible.
Maybe if you bounce the shot from Sleeper, you might be able to get good damage.
Ooh. Sounds nuts. Okay, so this one is just the person who melees the Scion gets teleported in, isn't it? They get replaced.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds easy enough.
Ah, wow.
Just move.
No.
Yeah, slow Warlock.
Just move.
Yeah, well, remember you're not meant to jump in this bit because if you get stuck, you have to leave. So, fuck you all.
I think Chonk just did that. Oh no, it is.
Fuck you, you little bitch.
You ever see Beyblade?
Let me through the thing.
Literally.
I got it.
Okay.
Calm down, Bob.
Right, here we are.
So this is his dried coom.
Pretty shiny.
Should probably have something checked.
Right, everyone flex your emotes. That's the rule of this encounter.
No, I didn't get to do it.
Ha ha.
I never realised he has a butt chin.
A butt.
Yeah, look at it.
Santa calus.
Oh my god.
Those two nuts.
Alright, make sure we don't rally just instantly. We got to make sure we have the right weapons on for this encounter because this one is a lot more difficult than the rest of them. But we're going to do fine. We've done really well so far. So, first of all, we'll need our DPS weapon on. So remember what I said at the beginning, Whisper with Catalyst is the best, then Xenophage, and then normal Whisper. So make sure you
I can
get one
run
of those
Div if you
weapons on. I think we'll be okay because we do have 2 hunters, so we can go double tether so that we get the
Yeah, but
damage.
it makes it so they definitely don't miss their whisper shot.
What is the divinity crit spot in a good spot on the boss?
Huh?
Like, does the crit spot
Yeah,
appear on
yeah.
a
So
good
if you
part of him?
3-shot body shot someone while they have div on, it counts with whisper.
Only if you
Just
hit
healing
the
people.
only if you hit the
Is
Sorry,
it?
2 secs.
hello to this guy. Oh look, my phone's ringing
So
in the background. I'm
unprofessional,
so
honestly.
popular.
So unprofessional.
He's always like this.
That's it.
You should have asked Kylina to chef you.
Right, Jess, that was Lauren telling me that the new killer's been released on the public test realm.
Has it?
Yeah, and Lauren was
Is it
right. It's
Alchemist?
the
Yeah.
alchemist, yeah. Mm. Anyways, so yeah, so make sure you have that DPS weapon on, and I mean, Dobby, it's up to you if you want to run Divinity. Realistically, it won't affect anything, so you feel free to run it if you want, or just a DPS weapon, up to you. Other weapons you'll need a constant fire weapon, especially you, Chonk, because I'm going to have you come to the Void Realm with me, so I can teach you that job. So having I think that's Annoying Hunger, so yeah, that's perfectly great. And then other than that, realistically, it doesn't matter too much. If we're going to be in the Void Realm, me and you, Chunk, I would suggest running 2 primaries, as it does help out a lot. So an auto rifle is going to be good for the end part. Maybe perhaps a pulse rifle or a scout rifle for killing scions, I would say. So 2 primaries does work really well in this encounter as well. So I like running Randy's and Annoying Hunger, but feel free to run whatever you like. And super-wise, Dobby, are you going to be running Divinity?
No.
No, okay. Okay, so that means Chunk and Bob, sorry, if you guys go top tree tether so that we can get those debuffs and the oppressive darkness if you have it. I'm gonna myself run bubble. Jonah, if you run bubble
I've
as
got it
well.
I have
And then the
well.
warlocks have wells. Cool. Alright.
We'll only
Sounds
2
good
plate
then.
anyway, so.
So apart from myself and Chonk and Jess, I think you want to be void as well, right? Or not? I don't mind.
I've never done throne rooms, so you'll have to give me
Okay.
a quick
Don't worry,
run.
throne rooms, you
Just
don't
that
really
there,
do
right?
anything. Yeah, yeah. Just.
She's on Dead by Daylight.
Oh man. Right, who else wants to do it then? I don't mind who wants to do Void Realm.
I can.
You can? Okay, there we go. So then we'll have Bobs and Jonah just doing the throne realm, the easy jobs. Okay. So Chunk, I'll quickly take you through this next one. Get all rallied up. This one, like I said, is a little bit harder, but if we can get it correct and we get some good RNG, then it's pretty easy. So when the encounter begins, Calus is just going to spawn in a bunch of enemies. So we're just going to clear some ads, you know, generate some orbs, do all of that good stuff. Now, as soon as all the enemies are dead, Calus is going to clap his hands and he's going to teleport us into the Void Realm. Now, this Void Realm, only 3 people want to be there. That is myself, you, and Dobby. The rest of the team, they need to make sure they go away. They need to teleport back here into the Throne Realm. Now, to do that, there'll be these 3 orbs and they're just going to jump through them, but we don't have to worry about that. Now, in the Void Room, it's going to be weird. There's going to be a big callus head at the back, and what he's going to be doing is he's going to be pulling us forward constantly. Now, the only thing that is stopping us from getting pulled all the way to our deaths are these small little airwaves that are going to stop us from getting pulled forward. So we're going to be behind this first airway and safe. Now, it's important that we stay in the correct order, and what I mean by that is we're going to have one person on the left, one person in the middle, and one person on the right. So just to keep it consistent, I'll be on the left, Chunk will be in the middle, and Dobby will be on the right. Now, in the Void Realm, the big callus head at the back is going to have this big circle on his forehead. And what's going to happen is a symbol is going to appear on his forehead, and we need to call that out for the Throne Realm team. Now, the symbols are the same as it was in Gauntlet, so we have cup, dog, sun, and axes. So the way we do it is we call out left to right. So I call out first as I'm on the left, middle calls out second, and right calls out third. And we want to have it kind of quick, so something like cup, dog, sun, so that the person in Throne Realm can realize that it was axes. Now in the Throne Realm, what's going to happen is there are these 4 big plates around the map, and they all have their own symbol on it. And there'll be these scions in these bubbles. if you remember in the gauntlet, when you were doing the punching duty, it's the same scions, those big scions in the bubbles. Basically, there'll be a massive projection of the symbol above them, so you know which scion is for which symbol. And what the person in the throne realm does is they punch the scion with the symbol that was not called out. So if we got cup, axes, dog, someone would go and punch the sun scion, and that's all they're doing. Now, what the punching does is it opens up another airwave for us to move forward. So we're doing the call outs for them to punch the scion so that we can continually move forward and be safe. Now, in the Void Realm, there are two other things that we need to keep track of, and it's really important that we do this correctly. First of all, there'll be these floating scions, the projections from Gauntlet, that will wipe the team if we don't kill them. So, just kill them with whatever you have, your scout rifle or whatever. There will also be normal scions, 3 red bar scions. Now, you might think those aren't really a threat, but these red bar scions are the most dangerous things in the Void Realm because they can use that Void ability, which blasts you up in the air, which means you go over the air barrier and then you die. So the way it works is it's kind of like a priority system. As soon as it starts, you call out the symbol, and then you look to kill the red bar scion. You forget about the projections, you just need to focus on your red bar scion. Now in the middle, if you're in middle, you just shoot the scion in front of you. But the people on left and right, what they do is they cross shoot. So the left person shoots the right scion, the right person shoots the left scion. This is just because there are going to be some like ramps that kind of block sight. So if you can't see it, you just cross shoot. So we always do the cross shooting on left and right. So if you're ever on the left and right, just remember to cross shoot. So you shoot your red scion and then go for the projections. But it's really, really, really important that you shoot that red scion as soon as it spawns in. If you forget to shoot it when it spawns in, it's going to use the void ability, blast us up, and kill us. And if only one person dies, we still wipe. So even if we get one death, we need to wipe them, which is why this encounter is a bit tricky, because the Void Realm have got a hard job to do. But we're going to go through 4 different airwaves, 4 symbols, calling out, the scions, the projections, and once we get to the very end on the final airwave, Calus is going to do something weird. What's going to happen is he's going to stop pulling us forward. He's basically going to be sick and spurt out all these different homing skulls at us. And this is the part where we just get out our auto rifles and shoot as many of the skulls as we can. And each skull that we destroy means more damage buff for us. And if we can destroy a lot of skulls, that's good. Now, usually in normal mode, we would stay in the Void Realm, do our thing, shoot the skulls, come out, and then do some DPS phase. But the prestige mechanic is going to make this very, very difficult. The reason why is what it is when a scion is punched in the throne realm, it swaps someone out. So basically, if Jess, because Jess is going to be in the throne realm, let's say we call out Cup Dog Sun and she goes for axes. When she punch axes, it's going to randomly swap her into Void Realm and swap someone out of Void Realm into the throne realm. So she could swap out with you, for example. What that means is you now are going to be in the throne realm and you need to take over the scion punching duty. Now, usually we would stick with our 2 teams of 3, but we're going to actually have a team of 4 because there's always going to be 3 people on the Void Realm and that one extra person in the Throne Realm punching the Scion. So what you need to be clear of is that if you get teleported out, you need to remember that you're now doing the Scion duty. So I would suggest either hiding here because it's a safe space, or you can actually jump inside of the Scion bubbles because enemies can't shoot you. I would say this is the better option because you can see the whole map from inside the bubble and you're just safe. So all you do is you just stay safe, listen out for the 3 symbols, and then go and punch the symbol that you did not hit. And again, when you punch that Scion, you then get teleported back in, and then you're expected to just automatically know where you are, do the same thing as before, call out a symbol, shoot your Scion. So when you get teleported out, you need to call out which position you have been teleported from. So if you're in middle and you get teleported out, you just say middle's out so that Jess knows, okay, I'm middle, I call out second. And again, when you teleport back in, you need to listen out for what side you're being teleported in as. So let's say you swap out me, I say left's out. That means you are the person who called out first. So something that can catch new people out is that they get teleported in as left and they forget to do the first call out, which means we're all waiting around for no call out, and then we waste time and then we die. So just keep an eye out, or keep an ear out, sorry, for what position you're in. Depending on where you are, depends on what scion you shoot to, because if you get teleported in as a left and a right, you have to cross shoot. That's just kind of the things you have to micromanage. The reason why I said at the beginning RNG is our best friend, because if we just always get the middle person teleported out, it's just so easy, because as the person floats in, they just have to shoot the middle scion. But if we get a right or a left teleported out very close to the end, one person isn't going to be able to cross shoot both of the scions, so we may accidentally get a death, and there's not really much we can do about it. So we just have to kind of cross our fingers and hope we're lucky, or just try and shoot as many of those red bar scions as we can. Now, there is one more thing that I need to talk to you about, and this is going to be a very rare chance, but it could happen to you, and that's if you were teleported out as the last person, which means you're going to be stuck in Throne Realm while the rest of us do Skulls. Now, while we're doing the Skulls, there's actually going to be a different thing happening in the Throne Realm that you just need to know how it works. Now, you're going to be with Bobs and Jonah, so they're going to be always here with you to help out. And I just realised that's going to cause a problem, because that means there's not going to be a Warlock. Jess, would you mind swapping out with either Bobs or Jonah, just so that there is a Warlock inside?
Mhm.
Yeah, so Bobs, do you know how to do the Void Realm? I mean, I don't mind, or we could get Jonah to do it. Whoever wants to do it.
I can do it.
Okay, right. So you just swap out with Jess then.
Rallied.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. You'll be okay. Anyway, Chunk. So basically, in the Throne Realm, when the final part is happening, what's going to happen? There's going to be a bunch of ads. So it's going to be Jess and Bob's main job to kind of clear out all of the enemies anyway. Now, as you're being teleported in at the end, what's going to happen is Calus is going to gain this overshield, which you need to take down. But you don't want to completely take it down straight away, because the longer the overshield is up, the more skulls we get in the Throne Realm. So the Void Realm, sorry. So while we're destroying the skulls in the Void Realm, the other people in the Throne Realm, they would be leaving the overshield up for as long as possible so that we can get a big damage buff. So the way it works is pretty simple. You just shoot the overshield as much as you can, but get it down to a low amount and then leave it. And then as soon as your screen starts like going really, really, really bright, then you just finish off the overshield and get it done. That's all you got to do there. Now, there will be a Warlock, Jess, with you. She's going to be putting down a healing rift so that you don't die, because the boss is going to be continuously damaging you while you're doing that job. But that's a very low chance that you're actually going to be teleported in at the very end. Most of the time you're going to be in the Void Realm doing the Skull duty, but if you are teleported in, you just got to group up with Jess at the back, shoot down the overshield to a low amount of health, and then finish it off at the very end when your screen turns really, really, really bright. Now, just before I get to DPS phase, there is a little tiny thing that you don't have to worry about, Chunk, but I just want to talk to Bobs about it, because Bobs, actually, I should explain it to you, Chunk, as well, just so you know how it works. Now, the skulls in the Void Realm, when you destroy them, obviously, it gives a damage buff, so we want to try and destroy as many as possible. Usually, most teams get around 70 to 80, that's a good amount. But the skulls actually work on a ratio, and what I mean by that is, if there are more people alive in the Void Realm destroying the skulls than there is alive in the Throne Realm, then there'll be more skulls that spawn in. So what I'm going to say is that when the overshield phase starts, I'm going to have Bobs jump into the fire so that he dies. And basically what that means is that will be a 3-to-2 ratio, which means more skulls for us to destroy. So that's all an extra thing we're going to be doing, just so you know what's happening. We will have a death in the Throne Realm so that we can get way more skulls, which means our average of 70 to 80 could go up to 90 to over 100. And if we get over 100, we can easily one phase the boss. Now, I just want to quickly go over DPS phase. It's very simple. There are the 4 plates around the boss, and as soon as DPS phase starts, all 4 plates are going to activate, and standing on a plate will use its DPS phase. So we jump on a plate and shoot the boss. So one thing you need to be careful of is do not accidentally jump over or onto one of the plates, because that will use up the DPS phase and we will waste it. So we're just going to walk along the ground and we're going to go all the way over to the top right plate. And as soon as we're all ready, we're going to jump on. Jess is going to get down a well, and then we'll do some DPS phase, and that's it. Now, during the DPS phase, he will kind of do these different attacks. So when he does one of those big attacks, we're just going to rotate straight to the next plate and continue killing the boss. Now, at our power level, we are very able to one phase calus. So as soon as we get to damage phase, we've basically completed the encounter. The hard part is doing the void realm, but if we can do the void realm well, then we should be fine. So I think it's best to get a little bit of practice in, because that void realm, once you learn it, it is easy. There are a few ramps in the void realm where if you get pulled over, you will just go straight over the air barrier and you'll get sucked forward and die. So just make sure you position yourself so that you don't get pulled forward over a barrier, or sorry, over a ramp, and you'll be okay. But we'll give it a go, get some practice in. I'm sure we'll do fine. You know how this raid has gone, it's gone really smoothly so far. So, yeah, we'll give this a go. Is everyone ready to get going? Jonah? Okay, cool. The Star Wars references.
Yeah, I'm ready. Where am I starting in Void?
You're gonna go straight back into the throne realm and do the first punch, and then from there
Okay.
we'll see.
Okay.
Yep. So just to clarify again, when we get teleported into the void realm, I'm gonna be on the left. Chonk is gonna be in the middle. Dobby's gonna be on the right, and then Jonah's gonna be
Chonk's
teleported
with
in
us?
first.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Chonk's with us.
What orbs are we getting?
Orb.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. So for those of you who are teleporting back into the throne realm, what we'll do is we will have Jess get the left orb, Jonah get the middle orb, and then we'll get Bobs to grab the right orb, just to keep it consistent. And if you two clear ads on left and right like that, then you'll be alright.
Wait, what?
No, that's not for you, Jonah. You just grab the middle orb when you get teleported, yeah?
Oh, okay.
So Jess is clearing ads on the left.
Hey,
Dob,
get ready for the
Bobs.
clap.
Alright, so make sure we're in the positions, left, middle, and right. Jess is grabbing the left, Jonah's grabbing middle.
Meme review.
Alright, so the symbol is going to show up. Any minute now.
Hurry up, mate.
Sun.
Cup.
Did you say axe or dog? I didn't hear. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Dobby.
I got teleported out.
Yeah, right side, yeah. Dog.
Right side.
Cup.
Axel son.
Left's out. So Dobby, that's your call out.
Oh, dog.
Stun.
Alright, too late.
It's my fault, sorry.
No, it's alright, it's alright.
Yeah, I only heard 2 of the call outs on
Yeah,
the,
whoever.
Yeah,
is it
I
Chunk
think
or-
I think Chonk, your mic's a little bit quiet. Is there any way you can up your volume a little bit?
Huh?
Yeah, it's just your mic's a little bit not picking up your voice very well.
Yeah, I had to guess.
Oh, okay.
If you repeat it twice, if you're.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, that's a
Right.
little bit better. Yeah, well done. Thank
Yo, Furo, don't be trying to steal my man calus.
you. Yeah, so just make sure you call out when you're teleported out so we know who's coming from where.
your anarchy is too high to kill the war beasts and the scions. What a fucking peasant.
One of them.
Can't
jump.
even rearrange his anarchy shit.
Well, excuse you.
Huh?
Wow. Someone doesn't deserve the anarchy.
No.
What?
Oh,
Yes,
I
you
don't have
don't deserve
bubble
it.
on.
You should get it by then.
Yeah.
Bro, what is this? Nah, this is a 1 out of 10 review, Sherperman.
Inexperienced,
10 would not
unprepared.
recommend.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
I take that clap back.
It's a 0 out of 10 now for that. Alright.
Dog.
Cup.
So I want axes, right?
Left out.
Yeah, okay. Cup.
Sun.
Oh, can you repeat that, Chunk? I
think
can't
you said-
hear.
I
I'm
think you
Yeah,
just
I
said
still
guessing.
couldn't catch that.
Left out, left out.
No, it's a wipe. Oh no, no, I lied. Okay. Oh, I mean, I jumped over thinking it was a wipe, so I just fucked it.
Yeah, because handless is dumb.
Didn't see the
Yeah, like,
airway.
we can get the volume from you, Chonk, I just can't make out the words.
Yeah.
I can type it in chat.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
type it in chat, that might help. Yeah. Yeah, if you just do the first letter, because they're all different words. So, see, cup, dog, axe, sun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it like cuts out in the middle of the word.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I meant for ACP.
Hey, see, no, get out.
Real gamers use AAA for Anarchy.
Anarchy, anarchy, anarchy.
That's what I got mine, and it took Jess so long to get home. Oh, Bobs, it was you. That's still too high.
Side now, Bobs. Oh, there is a tether up there. He's back, the prodigal son.
Don't try it, Anarchy. Your anarchy shots are too high. Wow, that's pretty far.
I'm gonna
That's
die.
where
I've got-
is it?
That's
got
definitely a
two
pop
already.
chance.
Toxic.
Hambis, you accidentally activate your sen.
No, I always activate my sentinel.
Why?
Clear ads.
Bruh.
I
Imagine
get my
not
bubble
being
back.
able to press left mouse button with the gun.
Wait, what?
I think you'll find that button's called M1.
Left mouse button.
Yes, alright. Yeah, just type the first letter and we'll be alright. Alright, axes.
Dog.
That one. Go.
Left's out.
Cup. You got
Dog.
cup, axes,
Yep.
dog.
Oh, shit.
I've been bounced, I've been bounced. Oh, you fucking
Right
saved
out.
me.
Right out.
We've just had a sign
Ah,
down.
too late. Make sure you're. Are you cross shooting there, Jonah? Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I got bounced like instantly.
Ah, right. Oh, was it just by like some sort of ramp and that?
No, something, I don't know which sign it was, but
Mm.
there was a bouncy castle.
That's code for I fucked up and I don't know, and I don't want to tell you the reason why.
Yeah, just
was
remember,
just-
guys.
it
It's
was
it's
just
really, really, really important that you shoot that scion as soon as it spawns in, not when like a few seconds after, because otherwise,
Too
you're
far
not stunning
apart.
him, and then it will do the void ability. So just shoot it as soon as it spawns in, and then it will be able to be killed.
He makes some weird noises up close.
Is that what, sorry?
Like sort of growling.
Shh, shh, shh.
Hasn't spawned yet.
Oh, wait.
Taking so long. His fat ass ready.
Cup.
Dog. Right out.
Chunk, you're gonna have to move over, I think.
Axe.
Son. You want, yeah.
Left's out. So that's your first call out.
Sun.
Cup.
This is dog's nice.
Mid's out.
Ah, unlucky, unlucky. Right, it's alright.
Cup. Yay. That's Kill me with your stinky fingers.
It's alright, Chunk. One thing I like to do, Chonk, is that after I've killed my sign and projection, I position myself so that if I get pulled forward, I'm not going to be going over any ramps. Depending on where you are, like on the left or the middle or on the right, it is a little bit hard to see where you need to go, but if you can find a path, you'll be alright.
How many times are you gonna miss that shot, Bob?
Just a few there. What's going on?
He's making a pattern.
Oh,
What, where one of them is halfway across the map?
Yeah, you
You're
just
a
got to view it
child
from a different
drawing
angle.
with crayons.
no, it worked actually. I'll give you that.
Don't laugh. You wish you were a titan like me, Jonah.
No, I was laughing at the fact that Calus helped
Oh,
kill
right.
the enemy because you were finishing him and he was shooting you.
Oh, really?
You were behind him.
Oh, that's great. Alright, let's do this. Oh, dogs. I'm so sorry.
Cup.
Yeah. I was just telling you the one to punch, you know, just early.
Right out.
I've gone to right.
Cup.
Dog. You want axes?
Middle out, I think.
Yep, it's up. Cup.
Sun.
Axes.
Middle out.
Axes.
Dog. You want sun, you want sun.
That's okay, it's okay, it's
Right
okay.
out. Right side, it's just you.
It's just us two. We can sort of come back from this.
You can do it, I believe.
Nice. Right. Right. So if we get Chonk and Bobs to die,
Do you want me to revive Chunk?
I didn't hit the aim
No,
training
no,
this
no, no.
morning.
Tell me when.
yeah.
Take the first tether. Was
Mhm.
Hey, Hambits, download Aim Labs on Steam.
I can't get one of the reses.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm coming. We're coming in now, so we can get the rest of them.
I'll get
Right,
one.
here we go, guys. Oh, that revive's very close to a plate. Right, we're just gonna
We'll
DPS
start-
on axes
start
first.
on
We're gonna,
Axe,
yeah, we're just gonna start improvise.
Oh,
Right, let's
Um,
go, guys. So we get the well down from Jess. Oh, yep.
Okay.
don't worry.
93 skulls. That's amazing. And the improvisation there. Right, his crit spot's changing to his chest now.
Okay.
He's
no,
on me.
do-
Right, we're gonna
Okay,
go to
stop
cup.
shooting.
Alright, bubbles going down. Okay, someone stood on the plate early.
What the
Oh.
fuck? You can revive us. Get us, get us, get us.
Nah.
I don't have a res.
Nah, this is what.
I
This,
don't.
are we able to get him? Is it possible?
Get him.
No.
DPS.
Move to another plate, Dobby. Move
Oh,
to.
Jess is already on the plate.
Yeah.
It's raining.
Okay, last plate.
He's
How,
fucking immune.
it,
No, he's
is it
immune now.
poss-
He's immune.
that-
No,
there's
he's
another.
immune.
There's an.
No, he's immune.
No, we have plate.
You have another plate, Jess.
What is going on?
Is it possible?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
I'm out of ammo.
Super.
Yeah, my well is
We're
just
fucking
come above.
warlocks.
Last plate. Okay, there's two, man.
Ah, good try, guys. That was really close. Yeah, just to keep it consistent, we will have Jess get the first well. Then we'll have Mike get the bubble second, and then we'll have Jonah get the next bubble, and then Dobby get the final well. I think Bob's has the first tether,
Oh,
and then you can get the second tether after that chunk.
Hambis lacking.
I died like
I
very
was
close.
lacking.
I think you were shooting my bubble, mate.
I was dead
Who?
like before I got. Oh, and it's on the second plate.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I wasted one Xenophage shot thanks to that. Great, mate.
I thought I'd come out of it. Anarchy sounds amazing when it's like
Fantastic.
shot over your head.
Bobs, did you hit it? Oh, yeah, you got it. Oh no, one of them disappeared, so it's not gonna work.
Ah, this side's perfect. Wait, maybe not.
Don't you love it when your grenade or mountaintop goes through the black door? Like, just disappears from fucking nowhere.
I don't have mountaintop.
Get good.
No, like, if you throw a grenade through those black darkness doors, it just disappears into the void.
We'll
Just
just
get
hit
good,
him.
innit?
Oh,
Oh!
nearly I didn't.
Or is he facing to the left?
Why not?
That's his good side. Good side.
Give us the suck.
Cup.
Sun,
Left out.
Cup.
axes,
My mid's out.
ooh.
Sun.
Axes.
Cup,
Mid's out.
Cup.
axe,
I've been
oh, I
bonked.
got jumped.
Oh, left's out, left's out. You saved.
Right,
me.
just shoot Sans in front of you guys. Just shoot the normal Sans in front of you. You are welcome, both of you.
What, I
don't know
killed
how
two?
you- Managed to save us.
Right, so Bobs, if you kill yourself there quickly. Right, the rest of us group up at the back of the map here, Chunk.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, a bit too far forward, but you know. It's alright.
Whatever, I'll have another one in a second.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Right, Jonah, as long as you don't fail that room, you'll be fine.
Yeah, Jen is bad.
True.
Yeah, just if you have to pop a well, I'd say do it. You know, just in case.
Why would I ever have to pop a well?
Ah, okay, there you
Disgusting.
go. Love the
Yeah,
compliment.
Titans use bubbles as crutches, Warlocks don't.
Yeah.
We have Arbalest as a
I mean,
crutch.
I can bubble, to be honest. Jess, I'll let you get the last bit.
Pog, to 100 skulls. Easy.
Right. Make sure you don't accidentally stand on any plates.
Where we starting?
We're starting at top right like usual. Don't jump over any plates, guys.
What?
Oh,
Someone just...
no, I think it didn't activate. That's fine. Right. Jess is going to get the first well. Bob's get the first ever. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Someone did stand on the plate. Okay. Alright, stay here until he does his next attack. We can't jump to...
Easy.
Oh,
Wait,
we
we
might
going
be able
cup?
to jump. No, no, no. We're going to try dogs. Move, move, move. We're going to see if dogs is active. Oh, dogs is active. Okay, bubble's going down. Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, we got him. We got him. Easy shit. Shoot, 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 shoot. Come here.
Why?
Finish him.
You're in a bubble if you're on plate.
Yay.
No skulls.
What the fuck is going on?
Thank
He
you
got
for the
confused.
Actius cats, boys.
Is he just standing there for anyone else?
No, he's sat down for me.
Yeah, he
Am I
just
the
stood
only
there,
person who
that's
didn't
fine.
get the white mechanic?
Yeah, I didn't get the right mechanic either.
Did we break it?
That happens quite a lot, actually.
Really
Wait,
good job,
everyone-
guys.
Everyone
That was
use
really good.
the Spire emote and sit there.
Where's this lick on?
Oh yeah, we need a picture.
Bro, he's just moving.
Back from strength, please.
Come closer to me.
Who?
There's like
Now
two
come up
people
here,
that I
come up
can't
here. I'll
see.
take.
No,
I'll take.
no.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Wait.
Perfect. That was beautiful.
Nice.
It was so beautiful.
All right, let's go get our loot. Really, really good job, guys.
The loot. Precious.
Everyone got hurt from fall damage.
Yeah, I heard a thing in a video a couple of days ago that I actually never thought about. Like, you remember when raids used to be hard, and now whenever people wipe, they get really angry and scream. When wiping was a natural part of raiding in D1. Like, most of the runs would be wipes.
Mm.
But now, because we fucking blow through every raid, if we wipe, we get angry. That's what I don't like. Ooh, 18 recovery boots. 6 intellect, but you know what? 25 recover boots.
All right, good shit, guys. I'll
I got
take us back to the tower.
2 recovery.
25 recover boots and 18
61
recover
and
boots.
it's.
And I got 22 recover gauntlets.
Lucky guy,
Check
man.
out the fucking levy shit I just got, bruh.
Nah, you're alright.
Bruh, just bruh,
Bruh.
bruh.
Dobby, can you
Okay, thank you.
copy paste that photo to me so I can put it in announcements?
Yeah, I screenshot with Steam, so I have to open Steam and then I have to fucking
Ugh.
go to all that
Oh,
shit.
just fucking print
No,
screen
send
grab.
it to me
Yeah, I
on.
know.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to go to the Steam shit.
Oh.
Which one's the best? Oh, I just love it if my pictures would actually load.
Yeah, well done with that, Chunk. That was really good. Just jumping straight into Prestige and getting it done that fast. You've done really well there.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Jono couldn't do that.
I couldn't do it then. You carried me then. Don't know what was going on. I don't know what happened in that gauntlet. I guess I didn't pick up one of the bugs.
Nah, basically what happens is if you shoot the triangles like literally as soon as the person in the gauntlet goes in and the other team hasn't gone in yet, basically the delay is so long that the triangles respawn, because the triangles do respawn after. You just, no one really sees it because we're just quick.
So we were too quick, that's what happened.
Yeah, too quick. We're too good, yeah. Thank you, Dobby.
Well, I have a fucking FPS counter. I actually didn't notice that until I looked at that photo.
Ah, picture's ruined.
Fuck you. Just crop it. At least, as
put-
long as my
Put a
beautiful
picture
face
of like
is in most of the
Anakin's
picture.
face on the corner.
Facts. Okay, where's this fucking bitch, Benedict?
Chunk, did you get the achievement for completing Leviathan?
Why did you send it back to me?
No, I was just checking.
Checking what?
Checking if it worked.
So unprofessional.
How would you rate this Sherpa out of 10?
This is fun. Yeah, it
Good.
did. I saw he got the Imperial invitation.
Decree. Oh, the.
Oh, great. That's good.
Oh,
That's good.
I didn't realise it gives me an ornament for the Acreus as well.